What's up, peoples? It's a Terraformer, and let's finish up this one, Super Mario Odyssey. And here we got Tallrock Springs. This was recorded earlier because I felt like recording stuff. This may have been like the second time I was in this level because I died pretty far into it, so I knew like there was utterly nothing in that first little room section there. I'm getting invisible coins, as you can tell. I did that a lot in this video actually because the L and R buttons, they just do that for whatever reason. I don't know why Sir Rusted ROM hacks, they disabled it and they turned it into that, and I should have did something about this or like fast forwarded or something because I think I fall twice. Yeah, I even did that the first time through, so it was pretty great. Get here, maybe take it slow or something, but no, why would I do that? I just got a, pretty nice rock platform locations in places and such. It looks pretty neat. And then I decided to be a coin whore, of course. And yes, those are spikes. They are deadly to the touch. You probably don't want to touch them, but they're in places that make platforming and such a bit difficult. I don't know if there's I don't think there's anything like going down there. I think that's just death, but got blocks. Destructo blocks it is that are surrounding in our environment. There is a path back there, but I didn't check it out. I didn't feel like it. Kicking a throw block gives you 200 points. I don't know why. And it's safer just to do this, because why is that platform even there? I don't know. It's dangerous, but there's a Durgan coin to the left there. I decided not to get it. There's a guy. He's throwing axes. He's an axe man, and I decided to press the buttons because I was like, this does that, doesn't it? Yes, it does. He's an axe man. He likes to cut down trees and whatnot, but there is no trees in this type wilderness, so I don't know what he's cutting down. I guess he's making pathways for Mario that are tricky to follow through with. Not really. This level's fairly straightforward, except for the random placements of spikes that exist sometimes. They're like the castle spikes, except modified to look like stalactites and stalagmites, and I don't remember which one's which, so you could jump over that way if you want, but it wouldn't be very smart because there is a pathway leading towards that. I didn't even see those dollar coins at the bottom, so I did not collect them, so I have no idea what they gave. There's a Chuckles and a broken pipe that is something you can jump into, but no swimming. The hot water here can cause burns within seconds. I didn't leave myself enough time. Cool. But it said danger, and that was a word that I decided not to read. And the font for that text, it reminded me of Kindred Saga for some reason. I don't know what that reason is. Maybe it's the same flow or text type or something, but it's custom. You can't stay in the water too long, even though it said like it will give you burns, but Mario's just like, I don't really care. I will get burned up with I go into these hot lava caves areas. I get burned up anyway, so I really don't care. And then it's like, is there something invisible? I should wait for a plant. There's no plant life that are gonna come out if I'm standing next to it, so that was success for a power-up. I was being all scared because, I didn't hit the midpoint yet, and I did not feel like doing that first room all over again because that first room, and then I kind of just realized that mushroom was a lost cause. I mean, I could have rushed and got it, but I decided not to, and then I realized going that way would just cause me to have to swim a lot, and swim a lot was not something I wanted to do because I'm still gonna have to swim a good amount of time. Good thing I checked out this pipe because it is utter progress, or at least a progress saver, and every time you load that midpoint, the background does something with the clouds. I don't know why, and then you come in here, and then the cave does something. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why. the things go on like they do. There's a Starman here. He says hello, and I did that a few times, or at least one other time, I think. But here I don't even have to worry about the spikes. They are utter rooftops to me now because that's how they act. And this is a little tube type substance that you can walk in, and a nozzle that you can stand on. And a death thing that is uttered in a place I can't go, but yeah, I still didn't notice. I was kind of going through that slightly different colored pipe. It's very very light differences in that pipe that you can actually, but you can actually visit that sign from the right, so I don't know where you'd actually go to do that, but I kind of don't care. There's a power-up to the left there where I just missed because I was afraid of Mr. Chuckles, and, you know, I didn't get it until about, like, 3 more runs in, because this is not the winning run. Spoiler alert. There is a mushroom there that I will be showing up, you know, a mushroom of the 1-up variety, not the power-up kind. So it's green, it's a little different colored. We got some lava that is also orange soda. Kel loves orange soda. He does, ooh, stuff. I was watching that show, somewhat recently, because they have it, like, on the Nick, retro style, because we realized all our new shows suck, or, actually, I don't know, that's not even, like, my real opinion, because I haven't watched any of their new shows, and have no interest in doing so, but I heard from a source that, said that they were not very good. And I don't even remember what that source was, so, yeah, that's pretty interesting, whatever's going on there, I have no idea. Maybe that pipe led upward, I don't know, I never took the chance to check it out. But like I was saying, Keen and Kel, they, yes, I don't know if it was just, well, they, I don't know, they kind of seemed to, act in a way that was not of the sober variety. I'll just call it out there. I'll name it like I see it, and I don't know, that was just I guess you need a certain amount of coins to actually get a thing there, and my ride wasn't there yet, or it just wasn't there at all, so, you know, there's a little, mushroom Taj that caused my deathage at least one other time, and I did a little cut there, and I even like paused and stuff, and I did it twice. I could have made it that time, but I got stuck like going right into a rock for some reason. I don't know what was up with that, but you know, as you can see, this is the winning run, and my voice isn't going all fast-paced, so that may or may not mean this is post-commentary, but I think I gave that away moments ago, so, you know, you get to see my special winning run, like it's oh so special, but you get to see me wrangle around a Chuckles, and you get to see me show off the location of the power-up in this land. I remember the hack, thing, the board or whatever, the SMW Central page for it said like it went from like normal difficulty to like very hard. I only really saw it in one level. I mean, this is fairly standard fare of the ROM hacks, but I mean, I guess of that day, this would be considered very hard for like a non-Kaizo game, if Kaizo was even a word back then. I mean, I don't even know when the particular I wanted my friend to play my asshole level design Japanese hack was formed and created. And yes, you get to see this slow little part because I didn't cut it out and didn't do correctly, and there was speed problems going on, but somehow I luckily made it through. You cannot climb on those chains, unbeknownst to me. I actually don't know that for certain, but I'm guessing it because I never accidentally hung one up. And this is a part, it's a section, but you know, you just gotta, with the slowdown involved, it's really not that bad, and then there you have to get rid of your ride, and you have to know to get rid of your ride or you will demise yourself, which isn't good. I continue to be the corn whore that I am in some of these hacks that don't visibly show me a place to grind that is utterly accessible and whatnot. There's actually a somewhat sort of pseudo grind point that I had to use for the what I call the last level. There was a level after that, but you know, the real final level, the real difficulty of it all was in that second to last level, which is the third level. So the next level, it's not it. It is not the level that I died on like about probably 20 times or so. Maybe, I don't know. I'm probably exaggerating just a tad. I don't die on Village of the Moon. There will be no fast forwarding in this section except for a little part where it was a vertical section, and I really like those mushroom light. They are street lamps, but this isn't much of a street. If you were a townsfolk of this town, you need to have the jumping skills of a plumber to... Arrgh! Monsters! There are monsters everywhere! If they find the thing, I don't know, I think it's the Twilight Temple, the Twilight with, the temple with sparkling vampires in it. Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about. The monsters find that, and everybody's just utterly boned unless Mario just goes in and defeats well, I mean, if you've read the description, you already know what lies ahead. Yeah, I could have jumped in between that tree and that cloud, but I decided not to because I didn't have the foreknowledge that I have now. But I did it multiple times after this, because you'll see there's a pipe here, and I didn't go to it, but I will eventually. Mario, what are you doing there? You're just utterly wasting time. And it's like, I went over here, I kicked a Koopa, I even maybe have decimated the Koopa. I was like, okay, I'm done wasting time. Let's actually go make non-progress. So I went in here, and I was like, okay, grind point. I'm not gonna need this, right? I mean, there's no possible reason for me to need this other than the fact that this game has an utter like fetish for lack of save points. I actually accidentally game overed at the last level, luckily having myself a save state on this level with 1 life as a safety net, with the midpoint of the last level in tow, because I would have had to either start from the first level I did in this video, or the first level in the space museum thing, I don't know, the spacecraft hoverboard technology land. I would have had to start there, because that's where the last save point is. Yes, I did that. There's a Twilight Temple seared with a relic of the Luna Aurora. Ooh, that's a fancy name. It's now hidden in the Sky High Village that we cannot actually get to. So that's unfortunate. You know, this hack would have been nice if it was continued. I really would have liked to seen what the levels going on past here would have been like, but they probably would have been like really long and arduous. But they would have been interestingly well played design. I wasn't showing off very well playing skills, but you can climb this, in case you haven't told by Mario climbing on it. There's no power-ups here, by the way. I'm going to tell you that as Mario hits the last coin. There's a coin here. I don't get all of them, spoilers, but I do get all of them that I saw in my pathway, so I have no idea where the other one is. I do this because if you just stay on the vine, Koopa Man might just decide to get you. Those coins, let's see if they give a... Do they give 5? I couldn't tell. It looked like all the same to me, but... You know, that's kind of weird to have different sprites for the same the same thing. There was like some close quarters Spinies, and then this guy is of utter no use because you give me like 20 throw blocks. So I mean, I don't even know why that guy was there because he was killed very quickly. And a cape too. We're getting fancy with our power-ups. I don't remember completely. This might be the only location of a cape. I didn't take the upper route with the Cloud Man, which Cloud Man Stan, he could probably have taken me to utter Spike World where I just would have lost him and lost the power up and then probably have died. But I was still kind of curious what was up there. I probably could have flew up there, but I I guess I wasn't interested in that much. We got the second section of this place going on. It is a vertical shaft, a vertical pillar tree type land. I continue to coin hoard up. I love those coins so much. I like the effect of the rain is only going on outside, like within the windows, and also like you can maybe go outside in a future endeavor, but you know, Spiny almost licked my feet. That would have caused Mario to drop his cape, you know, and maybe possibly even get small in the process. So Spiny's not a real good aphrodisiac if you're trying to what am I even saying? Don't listen to me, kids. That was just the most awkwardly wrong statement in the entire land. But you know, that's just how I roll. And then I see something outdoorsy and I don't go for it, but now I realize I have to spawn stuff back on the screen. I was good there, but you know, that's something that will be learned. But I decided to check out this little hut of coins that are, I think it's just coins. I don't even think there's a... Oh, there is a fireball. I should have known because I lose all of them in the same exact place. As you will see in about 5 seconds. I don't remember if treetops were platforms. They might be, because that would seem like what's hinted at here, but I don't really go close enough to check them out. I just assumed that they weren't, but then I think I stepped on one later on, so I did a little technique like that. And then switched over quickly so that I didn't lose my extra special power-up that, you know, like I said, they're both going at the same time, so I don't know why I was even being careful. Got another window there, a window into a place that is of outside, that is also, yep, so it was like that coin, very important for my, not getting all the coins, but, you know. This level, it's pretty nice. It is a pretty well designed level, I think, but you know, yeah, generally this hack's got good level design. It's just the music has been left to be desired. But you know, I'm gonna aid that process by fast forwarding stuff and my failures, and that'll load all that stuff in, right? And then you know, this is not the final. This is not me going up for the last time. I will fall again. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you that. I forgot what song that is I am singing. It's probably not important to this video making process. I think that was where I stepped on a tree by accident, and then I go down here for whatever reason. I don't know. But this might be it. This might be the winning run of sorts. It is. Fast forwarding has stopped. There is utter spikage going on that I figured that would be the best way to handle that maneuver. If I was a vampire, I'd be especially afraid because that would just, those stakes, that was the word that I was looking for. Steak. Steak. Steak's a very nice substance that I could put in my belly and also like throw a bunch of A1 on it and just be completely unhealthy but not really care about it because I am in good health and I'm fairly young or of sorts, so you know, screw health, why worry about that. Twilight Temple, actually, because it's kind of important, but I didn't even notice there is like movement of clouds going on. Within the sacred temple lies the guarded, the sphere of light, which is guarded by the spirits of ancient beasts and noble warriors. There's a noble warrior going on. He has a trick up his sleeve, which pretty much it was like scary, but then got easier. I don't know how I knew that was like one of the vines in this level. That's not the only vine, spoilers. There is also another vine going on. I don't know what the point of this P-switch is. I never figured it out, but I got it a few times, but you know, then at a certain point I was like, this isn't working out with the P-switch, and I'm not finding anything of worth with the P-switch, and it is like, I don't know, maybe I thought a section of which was not a section I could get past with the P-switch, but I don't think that actually exists, so let's just move right along with ghosts and purpleness. There is purpleness going on everywhere. This castle is inhabited by flying purple people ears that are also, like, you know, circular type ghost objects that, you know, I have to dodge up, and my spin jump is not exactly readily available. This door, spoilers, you can't go in this door. Yeah, I thought maybe P-switch would help, but it didn't, or something. I didn't even look like I checked it, so I can't say for certain if the P-switch did not activate that door, so I don't know. I'm kind of not concerned about it at the moment. There's a pillar that may have fell during a recent hailstorm that was inside the castle. I know it's pretty weird, but the boos, they like to get rained upon. They enjoy it. They enjoy the wetness, and you know, that's why it gets cold whenever a spirit lurks around your vicinity. It's really chilly cold, and you know, then they start hearing voices, and then they put you in a padded room because you started to hear voices. And you know, that happened twice, of course, and then I can just like throw myself into a pit and then get winning run. Yes, there's a moon in the background. He says hello. He says hello with the cow and the sheeple and the... What was the last thing I said that mooed 3 times? I forget. It was in a video, but it was live comp, so I was like all frustrated and tired with something, and I used such language that, you know, made no sense to anyone but myself. Oh boy, Koopa hopping. That is something. Something that I used to be pretty scared of, actually. And then I was doing chain Koopa hoppings, and I would wake up during the middle of the night and have to Koopa hop, and it just wasn't good. It wasn't going good. But now I'm just not scared of them anymore. So there might have been a power up or a life or something down there. I don't really care. It's like I got better things to do than look for every little nook and cranny and spin jump over candlesticks because I am nimble like Jack. Yeah, whatever that is. Slow down. What are you doing in my video? You are existing. And I don't remember you being in this particular location because there really isn't anything going on that would provoke slowdown. There's not like an excess of enemies. There's these platforms that may or may not be somewhat custom, but you know, the slowdown factor, it ignores all human life, and I don't know what's the down path, but I didn't take it. I could have took it there and like did a little multi-dimensional spinning job, but I didn't. Here's some more like coin-based blocks that you need a certain amount of coins to get whatever prize is inside, I guess. There's still bottom paths going on. I do a tricky maneuver there that I learned through a hack that I only did one of. I only did one video for that hack, and considering my recent like trying to finish things up and whatnot, I may want to think about going back to that. But that game is Factor Factory, and it is ridiculi. There is lots of things in that hack that want you dead. I was like, oh god, you didn't just do that, with no indication, no coin above it, no nothing, sign of things to come. I did want to see what was up there, but, you know, this is progress, so I don't think there is. Ah! Outsiders, turn back now! Not welcome in Stony's lair! Stony smash all intruders like tiny bug! Stony the 17th, and I did a little weirdness going on with the editing here. You get to see deaths first for some reason, and you know, spoilers. Here's a boss. Here's a boss I die to in 5 seconds. I will let you know as soon as I start showing off the actual level what I'm accomplishing here. But here's a long bit of the battle that or actually not even yet, I guess not. But yeah, I died there, and another boss section, the health bar. I like the health bar, but I think he takes like utterly way too many hits, but the health bar reminds me of Super Star Wars, actually, the lightsaber bar, the health bar, that, you know, it's a little lighter of the blue. It's still a hinge of blue. It's got blue in it, and some white, and a little critter next to it, implying that this is the enemy. But, you know, I really like that. It was a really nice touch, this boss battle. It includes a gimmick from one of the previous levels at a faster velocity, and also including a Chuckles. That, you know, the jumping off of Chuckles is sometimes random like that, and you know, sometimes it'll confuse me and just make me do stupid things like that. There's maces that I can die to, and then I got here a few times in a row. That was pretty darn successful, wasn't it? Yeah, so it's funny to do this like this. I think this was actually a terrible idea now that I'm commentating over it, but oh well. That's what you get when you don't have a winning run that was perfectly played like I did in about 5 seconds. That will hopefully come, but you know, still gonna die to everything. Here it is. Here is myself. I took 2 hits with me, which is going into that level up hut level twice to get a mushroom and then a fireball, and then because I didn't feel very safe, I felt very vulnerable with just a mushroom, so, you know, I did this, and this is how many times I did this beginning part that I mastered it, and this is not the only time I did this is just the only time I felt like keeping in, so, yeah, perfect, no damage run, oh man, like that's something that I do often, but you know, it's only this, like, little room that I kind of just memorized, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh god, this is gonna take forever, but it didn't. Looks really nice, though. I like the wheels going on. The wheels on the bus go round and round, and that's how I died that particular time. But yeah, it was the run right before the winning run. Isn't that spectacular? You get to see the whole thing over again, except now at super exorbitant speed. So you know, you get to see where I failed, and it was right there. It was right as soon as like I was saying it. Maybe those maces should have been insta death, but maybe that's just me being a little too dickish. But oh well. This generator is really easy to break in this particular fashion, because you just kind of gotta duck. You just kind of gotta duck in like that little section. I don't even know if you have to duck, but as you can see, fireballs do not hurt this man. This man is made of stone, and only hopping on his head will damage the foe. So you really gotta just kind of just keep attacking him and be unrelenting to your foe, and just hope one day that he just kind of falls and breaks apart of his stony ways. Stop smoking the pot, dude! It's not good for you, Mr. Stony Mans. And there's a door. It appeared out of nowhere. And there's like another door there, but I didn't check it out if it was a door. More invisible coin action, and the gold sphere that I don't know what it was. It was like a moon, but it looked pretty neat. It was not of the vanilla variety, so I saw that. I'm like, oh, so that was the final level. Somehow I thought maybe that there would be more or something. I go into here for utterly no reason. I didn't even fast forward it. I apologize, but yeah, I don't know. I was thinking it would have done something. It might have, but there's a path over there. There is a path. 1C cooling system. And I don't know why I didn't just take that as the title at face value, and like, it's gonna be ice. System error, code 27, cooling system, malfunction reset, main control unit to resume normal operation. Okay, well, there's nothing invisible going on here, so gotta pack it up and leave, and we got ice everywhere in a futuristic zone town land, which, translation, it's a long level without a midpoint. Yeah, so we got some ice blocks that look like an ice waterfall, and I think that is pretty delicious, if I say so myself. I didn't do something here. I futz around with it a little bit, but there was probably nothing around where I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of hop on that Koopa in not that way, but like as it's falling, like in some crazy Kaizo style, to keep the springboard to see if there was anything up in any of the various corridors above. Then I tried this in vain. I knew it was too high, but I did it anyway. Something I'd probably do for my own act, actually. Then it's like, you'll leave the springboard behind, and then it's like 20 minutes later, it's like, I needed that springboard from 20 minutes ago, what? Yeah, sorry. Like, you can get up here, but it's of no use because this ice is different ice, and the fireballs just do not affect that particular ice. So, you know, that's pretty neato. Got some more futuristic Koopas that are of the probably by the guy that made the hack, and I really wish I'd stop hitting that coin button. It's like, it doesn't give me extra coins, so I don't know what I was thinking there. Again, I get about 4 of the coins, I think, only 4. But it's not like it matters. I mean, at this point, there's no more dying involved in this hack. I survived the rest of the way. It's a no damage, no fail, no fall, no. Oh wait, I just got hit there. I guess I gotta start over or something. And I figured like maybe at this side like it'll burn, or maybe that wall is like just no. No, it's a MacGuffin one. You gotta do something special. Yep, those flames are cold. They are as cold as ice. They're willing to sacrifice our love, which is quite unfortunate, because those guys, I have much love for the streets, and also those flame-type enemies that, you know, they can be a little sporadic sometimes. They don't want to always go where they're told and programmed, because I don't think they're really programmed either way. They just kind of go towards the Mario guy sometimes. I didn't check out that pipe. I was going to, but then I was like, it might lead to progress, even though the right leads to progress, usually, which it does, by the way. Just little spoilers. It's like, that's really nice. There's things in the ice. There's totally no chance of me, like, coming back to the same room and doing the whole room over in other ways. Why would that happen? Press up while standing in front of a switch to activate it. Most switches can only be activated once, or pressed or something, but the X marks the spot of where you gotta stand, and then there's, like, other interfaces of the 1970s computers, or 1980s. Actually, I think it'd be more 70s. I think by the 80s they had at least like a blue tinge to them or something. I don't know. It was like when back in the day when computers were, oh man, they're crazy, it's the future going on thing, and yeah, that's what was going on. And people like with the bright green text. It's just DOS, it's nothing important. For some reason I was like, I'm gonna go that way. There's totally a way that way. That's not liquid nitrogen, right? That's gonna burn my eyes out. But it burnt my eyes out. You know, there is stars within these pipes. I do not understand. Are we outside? Are we inside? Are we a hybrid of both? Is there karate going on? Yes, there is, because we are kicking Mufasa and Shell Guys' asses. I have no idea what I'm saying. I think that's been going on for quite some time. I despawned a guy. I go into a guy, but yet not die. It was pretty interesting, because I really didn't want to start this level over yet. I'm rushing around. Like I cared or something, I don't know. I didn't continue on to the left, oh no, so I didn't show off the entire level proper, but I did show most of it, so this is like room 3 with no midpoint involved, but that's okay. It's not really needed, but you know, you gotta do a little precision swimming there, because too high up, too low, you get hit. And I don't think those are the type of shells you can hit at the top and be safe still. I don't know what these fishes are. They look like bullets with eyes. But not like the bullet bills where they have like a face going on. They just have like one giant eye. I don't know why. I don't know why there's like glass going on in that little one section. Just that one section. There's bubbles, there's fans, and I should have known, but luckily I found out soon enough that I could get out of the way of those missile mows. I successfully got through a room, and that room led to the exit, and I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here, because that was utterly too long. I did not want to do that again, so even though there's no time limit in this hack, I was still scared. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough star coins or star points or whatever to get to see the little bonus. What will become of Mario and his friends? Where's Bowser? And what lies beyond the massive gray door? To be continued. I want to know what's behind that green door. I want to know what's behind it. You continued onward, but you made like a one-level hack that was complete to the brim with ASM, and it looked, it's very lovely looking, but it's not even like a finished level, and we will never know what's beyond that gray door. Or green door if you're colorblind. I don't know why I went in here. It's just like I'm gonna do that because I want to. You cannot go back into Normal Town. Sorry, you cannot. You can go back to Skyville though. That's it. That's Super Mario Odyssey. It's another game hack that I started, ended, and now completed. See you guys. Terraformer.